making their way into the chamber. Just to note is that the bells are also ringing out outside the National Assembly chambers, of course, signaling to the members that the plenary sitting is about to commence. The time allocated for the sitting is 2:30 in the PM. And of course, the members shall be making their way into the chamber to get ready for the business that is lined up for consideration this afternoon. And we shall take a look at just some of the priority business that the members shall be looking into this plenary sitting or during this plenary sitting for this afternoon. There is a bill that is the county government's additional allocations bill. It's a bill that is originating from the Senate, and a bill that was transmitted to the National Assembly for consideration as well as concurrence. And this is a bill that is co-sponsored by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Budget and Appropriations. This is Honorable Samuel Atandi, the member for Lego Usonga constituency. The bill was already debated on the floor of the House during the second reading stage. That was during last week afternoon sitting. And basically, it is a bill that provides for the legal framework for channeling supplementary funds beyond the baseline equitable share to the country's 47 devolved units or the county governments. And this is for the financial year 2026-2027, which we are basically currently in. And this bill seeks to allocate 72.26 billion in conditional and unconditional transfers from both the national government's share of revenue as well as international development partners. This is a bill, as I had indicated earlier, that debate on it was concluded on the floor of the House during last week's sitting. And in today's order paper, is that the business that shall be transacted regarding this particular bill is consideration of the bill at the committee
Honorable
on
members,
the whole House
Mr.
stage, where
Speaker,
the members shall be taking a keen look at the contents of this bill clause by clause to be able to adopt those clauses. If there are amendments, as is indicated, is that they will also be considering those amendments on whether to be adopted or rejected. And that is part of the business that is coming up this afternoon. However, we can see the Speaker of the National Assembly has already stepped into the chamber. This is Honorable Dr. Moses Masika Wetangula. He will be presiding over this afternoon sitting. So let's head straight to the floor as the Speaker takes the chair. My name is Kamchemenza. Good afternoon.
Mheshimiwa, tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umetoa nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala wa haki wa wanadamu, tukusihi utazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao wameridhika kutuita tutekeleze shughuli muhimu za jamhuri yetu. Tukuomba uteremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa, na utujalie tuyatenda na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako ziendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Sergeant, ring the quorum bell. Milemba, where are your whips?
Well, the prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, there is a quorum reach, and the Speaker has directed that the quorum bell be rung for 10 minutes, of course, to give room to the members of the National Assembly to be able to make their way into the House. Remember, the House also, or remember, the members also sit in committees, which also constitute part of the business that the House or the National Assembly transacts or falls under its mandate, and therefore members perhaps could be working out from the committees and also at the same time making their way into the House. So in a few minutes that quorum shall be raised, and of course let's continue to take a look at that priority business that as the House sits for this plenary sitting this afternoon shall be transacting. Earlier on, I indicated that the county government's additional locations bill originating from the Senate is coming up for consideration at the Committee of the Whole. This means that the members shall be going through it clause by clause to be able to adopt those clauses as part of the bill. However, this is basically a bill that seeks to provide a legal framework for the channeling of supplementary funds beyond the baseline equitable share to Kenya's 47 county governments for the 2026-2027 financial year. And the bill allocates 72.26 billion in conditional and unconditional transfers, that is from both the national government's share of revenue and international development partners. From the money that is coming directly from the national government's share of revenue is 16.46 billion that will be sourced directly, and also 53.82 billion that will be financed through loans and grants from development partners such as the World Bank and among other development partners. There is also the unconditional allocations, which are being derived from local court fines and the 20% share of mineral royalties under the Mining Act. So some of the functions or priority areas that these monies are earmarked to be able to support include the healthcare and universal health coverage, that is UHC, also the industrialization and agriculture, as well as housing, infrastructure, devolution and administration. So this is part of the priority business that this afternoon the members shall be able to dispense it, this bill. Also, as provided for in the House Standing Order 44, paragraph 2, part C, regarding statements that members can request from various committees, and also responses that the departmental committees give to some of the concerns that are normally forwarded to these departmental committees to be able to give comprehensive answers to, is that this afternoon the Honorable Member for Kilifi County, or rather for Kilifi South, Honorable Ken Chonga, will be requesting for a statement regarding the status of the opening of the Ronald Ngala Utalii College in Kilifi County, a statement that will be forwarded to the Departmental Committee on Tourism and Wildlife to be able to give a comprehensive answer to the member. There are also statements that shall be responded to this afternoon. There is the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security will be giving responses to two statements that were sought by the Honorable Member, one by the Honorable Member for Mwingi Central, Honorable Gideon Mulyungi, and Honorable Agnes Pareyo for Narok North regarding the security situation in Mwingi Central Constituency and Narok North Constituency, respectively. The quorum has been attained. I can see the Sergeant at Arms raising that white paper, signaling the quorum has been attained. Allow me to hand you over. Good afternoon.
Now have quorum to transact business. Clerk.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader, before you lay your papers, allow me to acknowledge in the Speaker's Gallery Mumol Junior School from Baringo, Central Baringo, St. Mary's Assumption from Kapenguria, West Pokot. In the public gallery, we have Kirarwa Comprehensive School from Kinangop, Nyandarua, Faithville Academy from Mgwen, Nandi, Kaprob Primary School from Moiben, Uasin Gishu, PAG Katonon from Mosop, Nandi. Honorable members, we also have in the Speaker's Gallery, other members on their feet, take your seats. Caroli. Member for Olkalau, you take the nearest seat when the Speaker says take your seat. Honorable members, allow me to introduce and recognize 2 delegations. The first delegation is of members of Bungoma County Assembly, my own county. It is the Assembly Service Board who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. They are Honorable Emmanuel Situma, Speaker and Chairperson of the Board, Honorable Joseph Juma, Vice Chairperson, who also doubles as the Majority Leader in the Assembly, Honorable Ali Machani, Member, and Ms. Jessica Mayabi, Member. The delegation, accompanied by the Deputy Clerk and other Assembly staff, is on a visit to engage with the National Assembly's Committee on Member Services and Facilities and share experiences on the management and operation of framework governing members' restaurant, gymnasium, and wellness amenities, among others. Honorable members, on my own behalf and that of the National Assembly, I welcome them to Parliament and wish them a fruitful engagement. Also in the Speaker's Gallery, allow me to recognize and introduce to you a delegation of 2 officers from the Directorate of Internal Audit Services and Directorate of Finance and Accounting Services of the Parliament of Namibia, who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery. The delegation, honorable members, is on a benchmarking visit to share best practices in the execution of their mandate from their counterparts in our institution. On my own behalf and that of the National Assembly, I welcome them to Parliament and wish them fruitful engagement during their stay. I thank you. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 4th August 2026. A. Legal Notice Number 137 of 2026 relating to the Parliamentary Service, Constituency and County Offices Regulations 2026, Explanatory Memorandum and Evidence of Stakeholders' Engagement from the Parliamentary Service Commission. B. Reports of the Auditor General Financial Statements for the year ended 30th June 2021, 30th June 2022, 30th June 2023, 30th June 2024, 30th June 2025, and the certificates therein in respect of the following schools: ACK Giti Secondary School, ACK St. Luke's Cheptiret School, ACK St. Stephen's Kavutiru Boys Secondary School, AIC Kipk Boys High School, Giaki Girls Secondary School, Gitura Secondary School, Irkisonko Boys High School, Kantwana Mixed Day and Boarding Secondary School, Kianjai Boys Secondary School, Marlal Day Mixed Secondary School, Mariari Girls Secondary School, Mithiane Boys High School, Mituntu Girls Secondary School, Nkwaile Boys High School, Nyangawa Boys High School, Nyanturago Secondary School, Ortum Boys Secondary School, St. Elizabeth Bitobo Secondary School, St. Elizabeth Okatekok Secondary School, and Tigio Boys High School. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay.
Thank you, Owen. Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Tuesday, 4th August 2026. Interim report on the Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on its inquiry into the importation of raw sugar by Mombasa Sugar Refinery Limited. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Shinali, Chair, Departmental Committee on Trade.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion: that this House adopts the interim report on Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperative on its inquiry into importation of raw sugar by Mombasa Sugar Refinery Limited, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 4th August 2026. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Next.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Thank you. Ken Chonga. Is Ken Chonga in the House?
Yes. Yeah.
Where are you?
Here I am, Speaker.
Oh, go ahead.
My usual place.
That is not your usual place.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
You know very well.
Pursuant to provisions of Standing Order number 44, subsection 2, subsection C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson for the Departmental Committee on Tourism and Wildlife regarding the status of the opening of the Ronald Ngala Utalii College in Kilifi County. Honorable Speaker, the Ronald Ngala Utalii College, a state-of-the-art institution fully financed by the government of Kenya through the Trust Fund, is scheduled to officially commence operations on the 1st of September 2026. The institution, which will be managed by the Kenya Utalii College, is expected to offer diploma and short courses programs in hospitality, catering, hotel management, housekeeping, seafaring, tourism management, and related disciplines. The inaugural intake is projected to admit approximately 1,000 students at the beginning of September 2026. Honorable Speaker, in preparation for the official opening on Thursday, 23rd July 2026, a high-level delegation led by the Principal Secretary in the State Department for Tourism and comprising the Governor of Kilifi County, the Chief Executive Officer for Tourism Fund Board, and the Chief Executive Officer of Utalii Kenya College, conducted an inspection visit to the institution to assess the progress and evaluate its readiness for the operationalization. Honorable Speaker, further, on Friday, 24th July 2026, a multidisciplinary technical committee drawn from the Kenya Utalii College, Nairobi, comprising of officers from the Information and Communication Technology, Security, Learning Resource Center, Food Production, Food and Beverage Services, Maintenance, and other relevant departments visited the institution to... Sorry, Speaker. Further, on Friday, 24th July 2026, a multidisciplinary technical team drawn from the Kenya Utalii College, Nairobi, comprising officers from the Information and Communication Technology, Security, Learning Resource Center, Food and Beverages Services, Maintenance, and other relevant departments visited the institution to commence on the final technical and administrative preparations necessary for the opening of the college. However, upon arrival at the facility, the team was denied access by the security personnel stationed at the gate, who indicated that they had purportedly received instructions from the Tourism Trust Fund Management prohibiting entry into the premises. This action prevented the technical team from undertaking the preparatory activities necessary to facilitate the operationalization readiness for the institution ahead of its scheduled opening. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Tourism and Wildlife on the following. 1. Reasons for the denied entry of the experts from Kenya Utalii College into the Ronald Ngala Utalii College, despite the facility being under its maintenance. 2. Its mandate, sorry. 2. Confirmation on whether the opening of the facility will still proceed on the 1st of September 2026 as earlier scheduled, and if not, the reasons for any change. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Chair Tourism, wapi Kareke Mbiuki? Majority Leader, can you inform the Chair Tourism to bring a response in 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Responses, is Gideon Mulyungi in the House? Yes. Committee on Administration and Internal Security Chair. Where is Tongoyo? Agnes Pareo, you are standing next to me and you have a statement. Go back. Go back. Is the Chair Internal Security here? Yes, Honorable Kapondi, do you have the statements ready?
I'm waiting for the statement, Mr. Speaker, but my chair is away, so he delegated the responsibility to me.
So you have 2 statements. What about the one of Gideon Mulyungi?
I'm yet to have the statements at hand, Mr. Speaker.
So as I go to the next statements, check and see if you can get the responses.
You,
the next, Irene Mayaka. Irene Mayaka, not in the House. Carola Mondi. Is Carola Mondi in the House? Chair Agriculture. Chair Agriculture. Yes. When I last checked, the chair was Mutunga. I see you raising your hand, Honorable Member. Yes. Carola Mondi, I'm sorry, I had directed in House business that your statement request be stayed in view of the notice of motion and the paper laid by Shinali, which covers exactly the same issue, so that you can best deal with this matter through the motion. There's an interim report which came to my office. I approved it. It has been tabled. So you can enrich your inquiry through that process. I'll stay your request for the statement for another week or so. Honorable Gashove, in the House. Chair Transport, GK, are you ready? Yeah. Go ahead. Give the chair the mic. There you are.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the member for Subukia constituency, Honorable Samuel Kashove MP, requested for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Transport and Infrastructure regarding the upgrading of a road in Subukia constituency. Honorable Speaker, in the statement, Honorable Kashove sought to establish, 1, plans being put in place to upgrade the Subukia, Mwangaza, Simboyoni, Kanyotu, Bogoine Road to bitumen standards, and 2, details of the funds allocated for the upgrading of the road in the financial year 25-26 and financial and the status of the funding. 3, timelines for commencement and completion of the upgrading work, and plans being taken by the ministry to improve the condition of the road and ensure accessibility, especially during the rainy seasons. Honorable Speaker, the committee received a response from the Ministry of Roads and Transport through the Clerk of the National Assembly, which I now wish to make. 1, regarding the plans to upgrade the road to bitumen standards, the ministry submitted that the Kenya Rural Roads Authority had undertaken a reconnaissance study to establish the estimated costs of the upgrading of the road. The works are estimated to cost about 1.8 billion Kenya shillings. 2, regarding the funds allocated for the upgrading of the road, the ministry submitted that no funds had been allocated for the project in the financial year 25-26 and 26-27. Honorable Speaker, 3, regarding the timelines for commencement and completion, the ministry submitted that the upgrading works will commence once funding is made available. The response did not provide a specific completion date. And 4, regarding the measures being taken to keep the road accessible, the ministry stated that KERA continues to undertake routine maintenance to make the road motorable. The Mwangaza Siboi Polepole section was allocated 10 million Kenya shillings under the 10% RMLF for the financial year 25-26, and the works have been completed. 5, and last, the ministry further submitted that the Ponda Mali Kanyotu Bogoine section, road C1206, has been planned for routine maintenance under the 22% RMLF program for the financial year 26-27 at an estimated cost of 6.8 million. Honorable Speaker, I submit. Thank you.
Gashove.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to acknowledge the answer that has been given by the chairman, but I want to say that I'm not satisfied. The load is a 42-kilometer load, and looking at the estimated budget to upgrade it to bitumen standard is around 1.8 billion. And the chair reporting to us that they are maintaining the load at a cost of 15 million. That money is too retro. And the 15 million is the normal allocation that every constituency always receive every year. And therefore we are trying to do spot maintenance. And therefore the money is too retro. And I expected him to give even the timeline on when they can be able to upgrade it to bitumen standard. Second, Mr. Speaker, sir, I also expected him, even if they are not going to allocate money for the bitumen standard at the moment, for the maintenance purposes, he would have maybe enhanced the budget, allocated more money for the purposes of maintaining, but whatever that is allocated is too little. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, the question of not having enough funding is not adding up. Most of the constituencies have been allocated money. And for example, recently, 10 constituencies in Nakuru County were allocated funding for maintenance, but Subukia constituency was left out. I would wish to know the criteria that was used to allocate other constituencies that Subukia was left out from this one. So I'm not satisfied, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Nabwin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, I wanted to ride on.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I had sought a statement from the chair, the same chair for roads, over a road that connects Kenya to Ethiopia.
Can we exhaust this first?
Oh, okay.
Take your seat. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Had Honorable Kashove's concerns, but unfortunately I am limited to the response that the ministry has given me.
He has asked two simple questions which you can answer even if it's not in the statement. He says, you have allocated very little money to that road. What are you doing about it? And two, you've given money for maintenance of roads to all constituencies in Nakuru except his. Why?
Honorable Speaker, that is not part of the question that he raised here. So if he needs me to respond in that manner, I need to get that information from the ministry.
Kashove, you hear that?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
You can
He's alluding to the fact that it was not part of the question, level. But part of the question was, have they allocated any money, any amount of money, either for bitumen standard or either for maintenance? And he's saying it's not a part of that question.
But as a member of parliament, if money is allocated, when do you see it in the books?
What I'm trying to say, Mr. Speaker, sir, to explain, whatever he has put it here is the literal amount of money, 22% and 10% that are allocated to every constituency. Has a patron in the chair committee. We try to do sport maintenance, but of whatever that we had requested, he has not done anything. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I request your intervention to have even the CS intervene on this, because the road is in a deplorable situation. It is not accessible, not terrible, and therefore the answer, I feel, is not adequately responded to.
Thank you. GK, can you seek more information and furnish the member through your committee?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I will seek further information.
Thank you, Nabwin.
Thank you.
Honorable Nabwin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had sought a statement from Chair Roads and Transport over a road that connects our part of the country to Ethiopia. That is Kibish. That statement was read in April, but until today I haven't...
in April?
April, yes.
GK, you know about it?
The committee has not even engaged on the same.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I will engage my clerk, committee clerk.
Can you bring a response on Thursday this week?
Why it has delayed. Thank you.
Honorable Kapondi, do you have the response now? Give Honorable Kapondi the...
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Start with the one of Gideon Mulyungi.
The one for Gideon.
Security situation in Mwingi Central.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, I have the two statements. There is a statement that was sought by the Member of Parliament for Mwingi Central constituency, Honorable Gideon Mulyungi.
Go ahead with that.
And I wish to respond as follows. Because the issues raised, he wanted in particular the identities and circumstances surrounding the exhumation of 4 bodies from shallow graves near Kasina Primary School in Mwingi Town on 9th of June 2026. B, the identities and status of investigations into the matter of the 2 bodies found dumped at River Kangiga in May 2026. C, the status of investigations into the disappearance of Mr. Gumbau Kianga, reported at Mwingi Police Station by OP number 29/4/11 of 2024, and the steps taken to establish his whereabouts. D, he wanted the status of investigations into the murder of Ms. Wilfred Kanyae. A, the measures being taken by the relevant security agencies to enhance patrol, surveillance, intelligence, gathering, and community engagement to restore security within Mwingi County. And F, the long-term measures being put in place to restore public confidence and ensure justice for the affected families and prevent similar incidents. Mr. Speaker, I wish to state as follows: the identities and circumstances surrounding the exhumation of 4 bodies. Mr. Speaker, on 8th of June 2026, a report was made at Mwingi Police Station that a foul smell was emanating from a bush near Galana Petrol Station on the outskirts of Mwingi town. Police officers responded immediately and established the presence of suspected shallow graves. The area was secured and an application for exhumation orders was made. Following the issuance of an exhumation order by the Mwingi Law Courts on 9th of June 2026, a multi-agency team comprising officers from the National Police Service, the DCI, the Department of Public Health, and Ministry of Health exhumed 4 decomposed bodies of unidentified adult males from 4 separate shallow graves. Subsequently, forensic experts from the DCI headquarters conducted scene reconstruction and transferred the remains to Nairobi City Funeral Home for forensic examination, preservation, and post-mortem analysis. To date, none of the bodies has been positively identified, and no relatives have come forward to claim the remains. Investigations remain ongoing under the DCI Homicide Unit to establish the identities of the deceased and bring those responsible to justice. B, the identities and status of investigations into the matter of the 2 bodies found dumped at River Kangiga in May 2026. Honorable Speaker, the first body that of an identified adult male was recovered on 28th April 2026 beneath Tia Bridge. The body bore visible injuries and was preserved pending identification and postmortem examination. On 24th of May 2026, a second decapitated and decomposed body of an identified adult female was recovered, concealed in bushes along the Tia River. Police investigations, assisted by a police canine unit, subsequently recovered the missing head. A pair of pliers believed to have been used during the commission of the offense was recovered and secured as an exhibit. Both investigations were taken over by the DCI Homicide Unit. On 16th of May 2026, the investigating team, accompanied by a forensic team from DCI headquarters, attended the autopsy exercise of the 6 unknown bodies at Nairobi City Funeral Home conducted by Dr. Johannes Owuor, the chief government pathologist, who opined the cause of death for each body to be as follows. Body of identification number, MW/body 1/24/5/2026, cause of death, unascertained due to decomposition. Body number 2/25/5 of 2026, cause of death, ligature strangulation. Body number 3/9/6 of 2026, cause of death, head injury due to blunt force trauma. Body number 4/09/6/2026 is ligature strangulation. Body number 5/9/6 of 2026, cause of death, head injury. Body number 6/24/5/2026, cause of death, head injury due to blunt force trauma. DNA and toxicology samples were collected from all 6 bodies and forwarded to government chemists for analysis, investigation remain ongoing. C, the status of investigation into the disappearance of Mr. Ngumbau Kianga reported at Mwingi Police Station via Nairobi number 29/4/11 of 2024 and steps taken to establish his whereabouts. Honorable Speaker, on the November 2024, Mr. Muli Kianga reported the disappearance of his son, Mr. Ngumbau Kianga, at Mwingi Police Station via Nairobi number 29/4/11 of 2024. He reported that his son, a boda operator from Lundi Village, Mui location, Mwingi East Sub-County, Kitui County, had received a phone call on 3rd November 2024 from an identified individual requesting transport service. On the morning of 4th of November 2024, Mr. Ngumbau Kianga left home at approximately 6 a.m. in the morning aboard his motorcycle to attend to the purported client but failed to return home. Efforts by the family members to reach him were unsuccessful, prompting the missing person report to the police. Investigations were immediately commenced and a missing person signal circulated nationally. Investigations led to the arrest of one suspect, Joseph Ngui, whom a SIM card associated with the missing person was recovered and secured as an exhibit. A second suspect, Florence Mavengi Malombe, was arrested on 6 February 2025, and mobile phone believed to be of evidential value was recovered from a residence at Lundi Center. Joyce Kitondo Mutembi, who was identified as the last person to have communicated with the missing person and the alleged client who requested transport services, was also arrested on 7 February 2025. The 3 suspects were presented before court under miscellaneous application number 17 and 18 of 2025, where custodial orders were granted for their detention at Kitui Central Police Station for 10 days to facilitate investigations, including the acquisition of our call data records from the relevant mobile service providers. Upon expiry of the custodial period, the suspects were released after the miscellaneous applications were concluded, as the requested call data records had not yet been availed. The matter was subsequently scheduled for mention on 26th of October 2025, when the court was informed that one of the suspects, Joyce Kitondo Mutemi, had passed away and had already been buried, a fact that was confirmed through production of a burial permit by her son. Investigations into the disappearance of Ngumbau Kianga remain ongoing. His whereabouts have not yet been established, and the matter remains pending before the court. Status of investigations into the matter of Ms. Wilfred Kanya. Honorable Speaker, on 12th of May 2026, at approximately 6:30 a.m., Mr. Cyrus Mbwenyi Mangangi reported at the Kithioko Police Station by Nairobi number 06/12/05/2026 that he had discovered the lifeless body of his girlfriend, Ms. Wilfred Kanyae, at Kithioko River. Police officers from Masinga Police Station promptly visited the scene at Kithioko River in Masinga Sub-County, Machakos County, where
how much longer, Kapondi?
It is a lengthy statement, Mr. Speaker.
Can you paraphrase it? Too long.
Yeah, it is too long. So let me just give the highlights of it. The post-mortem examination conducted on the body, Mr. Speaker, on 20th of 2026 by Dr. Vita Christopher concluded that the cause of death was strangulation, secondary to blunt force trauma, and neck compression, findings consistent with assault. The deceased mobile phone recovered at the scene was subjected to forensic examination analysis, and it established that the incoming and outgoing communication, prompting investigation to request call data records from the relevant mobile service provider. The results are pending. The matter remains under active investigation, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the measures taken by the rebel security agencies to enhance patrol, surveillance, intelligence gathering, and community engagement, several interventions to strengthen security within Mwingi Central have been implemented, including the National Police Service has strengthened both foot and mobile patrols to detect criminals while maintaining a heightened police presence in key areas and other vulnerable locations. 2, the National Police Service has circulated the Fichua Kwa DCI toll-free hotline and encouraged members of the public to report incidents and share intelligence anonymously with assurance of confidentiality and safety of whistleblowers. 3, community policing committees are being revitalized to strengthen collaboration between law enforcement agencies and local communities. This initiative promotes real-time investigation, information sharing, and enable quicker responses to suspicious activities and emerging threats. 4, regular public forums and consultative meetings are being conducted. And finally, Mr. Speaker, the long-term measures being put in place to restore public confidence, ensure justice for the affected families, and prevent similar incidences. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry continues to implement long-term reforms, including enhancing transparency through regular public communication on progress of investigation, while safeguarding the integrity of criminal proceedings. Secondly, strengthening accountable, people-centered policing anchored on the rule of law, professionalism, and respect for human rights. 3, continuous capacity building and specialized training of investigations to improve investigation effectiveness. And finally, leveraging on modern technology, including digital case management systems, electronic occurrence box, CCTV integration, and digital tools to enhance accountability, evidence management, and operational efficiency. Honorable Speaker, we appreciate the concerns raised by the Honorable Member and wishes to assure this House that every effort is being made to establish the identities of the deceased persons, apprehend those responsible for these heinous crimes, and ensure that justice is served. The Ministry remains committed to strengthening security in Mwingi Central constituencies and across the country through sustained collaboration with all stakeholders. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mulungi, you have heard that long, winding statement.
Yes,
The long and short of it.
Honorable
is that,
Speaker,
hold on, Mulungi.
the long and short of that statement.
Mulungi, Skiza. The matter is in court, right? Kapon, did you say the people have been arraigned in court?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the matter is
So whatever clarifications you wish to have should not prejudice the court proceedings.
Honorable Speaker, there are 3 issues. It's only one in court.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, Honorable Speaker, the long and short of that statement is that it's not factual. It's not factual at all.
Challenge him.
It's not factual. Reason because, number one, Mr. Speaker, these bodies were exhumed in June. And from that statement, those bodies have not been identified who they are from what he has said. And that is 3 months ago, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, also, we do not know because from the community, nobody has claimed those bodies. It means those bodies were transported from elsewhere to Mwingi. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, we do not know how those bodies were transported to be buried in the town center, where we have roadblocks along the road. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we do not know who committed those crimes. Nothing has happened. That is on the mass graves. On the matter of Gumbau Kianga, the matter is in court. But Mr. Speaker, the family is not updated. They are not aware whether the matter is in court because it is the family who brought the matter to me. So the DCI, the IO, does not brief the family. That is where the problem is, Mr. Speaker, sir. On the matter of Winfred Kanya, who was murdered, the report, the statement says that corn data were taken for analysis. And the police are waiting for the report of the analysis. Mr. Speaker, this is 3 months ago. How can the police be waiting for analysis of corn data for 3 months? This is something that can be done in less than a week from my previous experience. So there must be something that is not right, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Mr. Speaker, yes. They are saying that they have taken action. The police in Mwingi have taken action to involve the communities. And they have said they have shared Fichua kwa DCI hotline number. If as the area member of parliament, I'm not aware that there is a hotline that has been circulated by the DCI in Mwingi, who else is aware? If I'm not aware myself. Number two, they have said,
you have 5 questions.
They have said they have established community committees. They are not there. They are not community committees in Mwingi town. And they also say,
can you respond to that?
They are holding public barazas. The police are holding public barazas. Where? Can they produce evidence where they have held public barazas? They don't. The police in Mwingi town do not work with the communities and the local leaders, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Honorable Kapondi.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, maybe for the benefit of the member, on Fichua kwa DCI toll-free hotline, I can read it to him so that he can write it down and maybe inform his constituents. The hotline number is 0800 722 203. So my colleague, you can note that down. And secondly, these cases are still very active and the files are open. Due diligence has to be done when investigations are ongoing, Mr. Speaker. You cannot just hurry because you want to satisfy the interests of a member for other reasons. So the files are open, the investigations are still ongoing. So the member of parliament from Mwingi Central should be patient and wait for the conclusion of the investigation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Next, do you have the response to Pareo?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have a response.
How long is it?
It is long, but I'll try to
paraphrase it.
Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, the Member of Parliament for Narok North requested for a response regarding to the security situation at Rose Farm. And the service wishes to respond as follows. The circumstances that led to the current insecurity and violence at Rose Farm, bordering Otokurto location in Narok North constituency, including a record of the legal ownership of the farm and the history of the dispute. On 6th of May 2026 at around 14:30 hours, Mr. Davidson Chesaina, a manager at Rose Farm, made a report at Mount Narok Police Station by OB number 12/6/5 of 2026 that a group of about 30 youths armed with crude weapons, including pangas and other offensive weapons, invaded the farm while claiming ownership. During the incident, invaders intimidated farm workers before setting ablaze 3 semi-permanent residential houses occupied by employees. Pursuant to the report, police officers immediately swung into action and they secured and processed the scene. The assailants fled upon noticing the arrival of the officers. Preliminary investigations established that the houses, together with the household property of unknown value, were completely destroyed by fire. Several persons of interest were summoned, interviewed, and their statements recorded. Investigations led to the arrest of 4 suspects, Mr. Speaker, namely Evans Kibios Tagi, Frederick Saruni Cole, Victor Barsamet Tagi, and George Murundoi Yengo. The suspects were released on cash bail pending the conclusion of the investigation. The investigations further established that Rose Farm is associated with a long-standing dispute concerning the ownership and occupation of LR number 8679/2, measuring approximately 716 acres. The issue was escalated by a local leader who is alleged to have held a meeting with the management of the farm, alleging that there was an agreement between the ADC management and the locals to have the land be shared equally, but with no evidence of any written documentation. Further, the locals were incited by claims that the government was planning to settle IDPs at Rose Farm without consulting them, despite the assertion that the land is ancestral. Consequently, they demanded allocation of 50% of the approximately 716 acres comprising the ADC farm, failure to which they threatened to prevent the tilling of the land and the harvesting of potato seeds. The Sub-County Security Committee of Narok, North, and Njoro held a consultative meeting with local community members to de-escalate tension and prevent further escalation of the dispute, while the relevant government agencies work towards resolving the land ownership dispute. The matter remains pending under investigations. 2, on measures currently in place to restore law and order, the National Police has put in place measures to prevent further escalation as follows: increased deployment of police to the affected area, intensified security patrols and surveillance within the ADC farm, conducted intelligence-led operations to identify and apprehend all persons involved in the violence, continued monitoring of the security situation to prevent recurrence of similar incidences. Regarding of excessive use of force by police officers, the NPS reiterates that all police operations are conducted strictly in compliance with the Constitution of Kenya, the NPS Act, and the National Police Service standing orders governing the use of force. Any claims of police misconduct are subjected to investigations through the established internal accountability mechanism and the relevant independent oversight institutions where applicable. On the long-term interventions, the service has put in place a number of measures to permanently solve the dispute, hold those responsible for violence and destruction accountable, and guarantee lasting peace and security in Rose Farm and the surrounding areas. The matter in question relates to a long-standing dispute concerning the ownership and occupation of the land, measuring approximately 716 acres. The service has appealed to NLC to address the underlying issues surrounding land ownership claims and the adjudication process. The NPS has further enhanced security within the affected areas to prevent a recurrence of similar incidences while the dispute is being addressed by the relevant government agencies, including intensified intelligence collection to detect, deter, and disrupt any planned unlawful activities, increased police deployment, and the sustained patrols to maintain law and order. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, the County Security Intelligence Committee has convened several security meetings in the area, which has restored peace, stability, and normalcy in the area. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Pareo. Judy Pareo, Mama. Give Honorable Pareo the mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to respond to the questions. And I just want to say that the questions have not been answered because, one, my people were not armed. They were found in their own houses, villages, at 6, and nobody gave a notice of any issue. So there was a lot of confrontation and the shootings, and the police moved people left and right without explaining them why they were there and why they were shooting. And then there was a lot of force that was used to cultivate the land. So my people are still waiting for the answers to the ownership of the land, because we still don't know, and we don't know why they were using force, and there was nobody that was refusing them the opportunity if they had a right. So to me, I think the question have not been answered well. Thank you.
This question has been exhaustively answered. In fact, what we are waiting for is the NLC to go into the matter. But as far as these people getting armed with crude weapons, it was a very clear case. So, my honorable colleague, what I wish to advise is you can consult so that we can discuss this matter further.
Thank you. We'll leave it there, Judith. Irene Mayaka. How are you? Question stayed to another day. That's the end of questions, sorry, statements. Next. I acknowledge the schools. In the Speaker's Gallery, honorable members, we have Holy Trinity Girls Senior School from Kapenguria, West Pokot. We have Sitam Schools from Kisumu, Central Kisumu. In the public gallery, we have Kenyanya School from Bomachoge, Borabu, Kisii. Nibs College from Juja, Kiambu. Olmeosh School from Kilgoris, Narok. Olongolin School from Kilgoris, Narok. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Next.
Order number 8.
Hold on. Member for Bomachoge? Yes.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Take less than a minute. We have so many schools in the gallery.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, it's a pleasure to take the mic to welcome Kenyanya Junior Academy to this Parliament. I'm sure it's a surreal moment for them. I would like to wish them as they walk around and ask questions around what this Parliament is about. I want to wish them very well. I want to say how proud I am of the work that they continue to do in their academics, and also welcome the other schools that have accompanied them to this Parliament. I wish them well as they travel back. I thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Next.
Order number 8, the Business Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 51 of 2024. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members, I'll now put the question at order number 8, which is the Business Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 51 of 2024, be now read a second time. As members of that opinion say aye. If those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of Parliament to various laws and for connected purposes.
Next.
Order number 9, the Competition Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2026. Question to be put.
Members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members, I now put the question at order number 9, which is the Competition Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2026, be now read a second time. As members of that opinion say aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Competition Act and for connected purposes.
Next.
Order number 10, motion. Second report of the status of reports on petitions and resolutions. Mover to reply.
Chairperson, Committee on Implementation. Rafael Wanjala. I thought I heard him talking from the back there. Can somebody search, capture, and bring Rafael Wanjala to the house? I saw him here. Before we get to Wanjala, allow me to acknowledge in the public gallery Lakewood School from Rongo, Migori, Chakim Baptist School from Buri, Meru, St. Scholastica School from Moibenu, Asingishu, Legacy School from Kiminini, Trans Nzoia. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to Parliament. Order number 10. Majority Leader, where is Rafael Wanjala?
Honorable Speaker, I have not seen Rafael today.
Any member of the Implementation Committee?
Any member of this committee?
Any member of the Implementation Committee?
Who is the Vice Chair?
In the House?
Implementation? Who is the Vice Chair?
Okay, we'll proceed to the next order.
Next one.
Order number 11.
Order number 11, Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable members, will you be upstanding?
Order members, we are now in the Committee of the Whole House for the County Government's Additional Allocation Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026.
Clause 3 and 4.
I propose the question that clause 3 and 4 be part of the bill. There is no amendment. I put the question that clauses 3 and 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Chair, Budget and Appropriations Committee, you have some amendments. You have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 5 be amended A in subclause 2 by deleting paragraph C, 1 and 2 deleting paragraph 6, and B, and in subclause B, and in B in subclause 3 by deleting the words, deleting from 1 to 8. I just want to summarize, Honorable Chair, by stating that these deletions, the deletions are, we are deleting KIPES allocations because KIPES allocations were redirected for equipping of the same. So we had removed them from this bill. And 2, we are deleting paragraph F that allocated resources for settlement of arbitrary award to the county government of Meru. So these 2 deletions is the reason we are making these amendments. Just in summary. Thank you.
Very well. Honorable members, I therefore propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. If you intend to speak to these, use the intervention. Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I wanted to support this amendment. Just as my chairman has said, the reason why there is this amendment is because the money is not in the budget for the new structures. So I support.
Very well. I now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
These have no amendments. I propose the question that the clauses 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clauses 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
First schedule.
I propose the question that the first schedule be part of the bill, be the schedule of the bill. I now put the question that the first schedule be the schedule of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Second schedule.
I propose the question that the schedule be the schedule, but that the second schedule be the schedule of the bill. It has some amendments, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Essentially, what we are doing here, Chair, is to replace the schedule so that the new schedule reflects the changes that we made when we deleted the KIPES allocations as well as the allocations to the Meru County government. Thank you.
I therefore propose the question that the second schedule be, as amended, be the schedule of the bill. I therefore put the question that the second schedule, as amended, be the schedule of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Third schedule.
I propose the question that the third schedule be the schedule of the bill. There is a proposed amendment.
Honorable Chair, I propose that the bill be amended by deleting the third schedule and replacing therefore with the new schedule. The new schedule provides for the changes to the donor funds that align with the budget and reflecting the grant and loan components. Honorable Chair, we had separated funds that were meant funds that are grants and funds that are loans. So what we are doing is basically to align it so that it reflects the changes. Thank you.
Very well. I propose the question that the third schedule be amended as proposed by the chair. No interest. I therefore put the question that the third schedule be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a counter opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the third schedule as amended be the schedule of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of that opinion say aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Long title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. There is a proposed amendment. Chairperson BA back committee. Give Honorable Atandi the microphone.
I propose that the clause 1 of the bill be amended by inserting the words and shall come into force upon publication in the Gazette immediately after the words County Government's Additional Allocations Act 2026. Honorable Chair, the intention here is that there's a provision in Article 116 of the Constitution that a specific date of commencement be provided, that date be specific and be provided. And because, Honorable Chair, this bill contains funds for confirmation of UHC staff, we want to make sure that immediately this bill is signed into law, it takes effect immediately, so that these workers can be immediately confirmed. Thank you.
It's okay. Very well. I therefore propose the question that clause 1 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 1 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 1 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, we have come to the end of that committee. Mover to move reporting.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the County Government's Additional Allocations Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, up and its approval thereof with amendments, and to seek leave to sit again.
No, you end it at with amendments. Take it again.
Thank you. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the County Government's Additional Allocations Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, up and its approval there with amendments.
Very well. Honorable members, I therefore put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the County Government's Additional Allocation Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Honorable members, Madam Speaker.
Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report to the Committee of the Whole House has considered the county government's additional allocations bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I also request the Honorable Makali Mulu to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the Whole House.
Makali Mulu. Give Honorable Makali the microphone.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I do second. Thank you.
Honorable members, I therefore propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Do I put the question? I put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover? Move that reading. You're not done yet. Honorable Attorney.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to move that the county government's additional allocations bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, be now read at that time.
Appoint a seconder.
And request the Honorable Makali move to second.
Honorable Makali.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I do second the reading of the third reading of the bill.
Very well. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the county government's additional allocations bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2026, be now read a third time. Member for Seme.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support the third reading, but I would like to make 2 points. One, Madam Speaker, this is a bill that comes for additional allocation. It comes, it goes, the Senate works on it after we have done the budget. But I've noted that even things that have actually not been removed or been changed in the budget, do still come, and we have to make amendments as the chair of the committee was doing. And I think this is so basic that if the process are coordinated, what has been removed from the budget should not appear. So I think next time, maybe Senate should be more careful. Number 2, Madam Speaker, this particular additional allocation is so important as regards the UHC workers. We hope that now the counties and the governors will now actually absorb these people, because this is the second time this money is being put and the process is not being completed. So I call upon the governors to actually this time settle the matter of UHC workers. That I support.
CNN.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want to say that I support this bill, but Madam Speaker, I just raise the concern the time it has come when we have already done the budget. But I really want to request the governors to be serious. Madam Speaker, most of the people, they are going to hospitals and they are being told to buy drugs, to buy even things to do vaccination. Most of the hospitals are totally under-equipped, and even they don't have even basic drugs. Madam Speaker, I want to support, but still, this bill concerning community health promoters must be taken very seriously, and so that the health of our people can actually be catered for. With those few remarks, I support.
Funyula. Honorable members, I beg that we do not open the debate. This is third reading.
No.
Keep
Honorable
it very
Speaker,
short.
I also stand here to support the bill, and I want to make 2 or 3 remarks. Number one, we need to see value for the money being allocated under conditional allocation. We need to see value for money. For this money and shareable revenue still remains a challenge. The footprint of devolution cannot be seen, cannot be discerned compared to other funds that have been around. But more important, Honorable Speaker, there is a matter that is very critical that we need to address as a country. You are aware that most vocational training centers are devolved function. So they're supposed to be funded and supported by the county governments. In many counties, Honorable Speaker, those vocational training centers are actually on their deathbed because the governors or the county governments do not allocate resources to even purchase training materials. Probably in the next cycle of budgeting, we might have to strip some money from shared revenue, bring it to conditional grant so that we manage to ensure. And that's what Honorable Speaker, the government of Linda Mwananchi will address this matter because it affects the local Mwananchi. Thank you.
Chepalungu.
Yeah.
Honorable members, dreams are free.
Yeah, thank you.
Member for Chepalungu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to as well give my input on the bill that is before the floor of the House. And even though the bill is coming immediately after the passage of the budget, this is critical to the caregivers back at home. These persons, Honorable Speaker, give primary health care to the common Mwananchi. It is very critical that now the governors have a leeway and now they can proceed to do recruitment and to enumerate these particular persons, for they are playing a very critical role in our society. And for that case, Honorable Speaker, I support. Thank you.
Wamboka.
I want to support a bill that the Honorable Atandi is putting to this House. But, Madam Speaker, we need to go back to the drawing board and ask ourselves, where did the rain start beating us as a country, Honorable Speaker? We've been pumping a lot of money, we've been appropriating a lot of money into county governments. But, Honorable Speaker, very little is happening. We as a House must now push for accountability, Madam Speaker. Most of the hospitals in county governments do not have drugs. Workers are not remunerated well, Honorable Speaker. We have CHPs that honorable members alluded to. They are not being paid. Where do these governors take these monies, Madam Speaker? Virtually nothing is happening in these county governments, Madam Speaker. We just see governors roaming around with a very huge convoys, Madam Speaker, being busybodies at the expense of the common Mwananchi. So we want to encourage county governments. We want to encourage governors. Madam Speaker, you move around some schools, the ECDs. There are no classrooms, Madam Speaker. Where I come from, in my constituency, there's a primary school called Namasa Primary School. There is no ECD classes. And yet the county receives a lot of money.
Member for Endebess. Member for Endebess, there is a point of order.
Really?
Yes, there is a point of order.
I didn't want to interrupt my colleague, the Honorable Wamboka, but I don't know whether he was describing my Governor Natembea, because what he said exactly fits my governor. Now, I don't know what he has with my governor that he can describe him completely in the floor of the House as roaming around with a fleet of vehicles and not doing any development in the county and in the Linda Mwananchi team.
Wamboka, you have 1 minute. Wind up.
Honorable Senators, kindly take your seat, those who are standing. Now, the result of the division is as follows. Starting with order number 11, that is the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill, National Assembly Bills number 61 of 2022. The ayes are 27, nays 0, abstention 0. So the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the regulation of assisted reproductive technology, to prohibit certain practices in connection with assisted reproductive technology, to make provision in relation to children born of assisted reproductive technology processes and for connected purposes.
Now the vote on order number 12, that is the Kenya Roads Amendment number 3 bill, National Assembly Bills number 3 of 2025. The ayes 2, the nays 25, abstention 0. So the nays have it. The result on order number 13, that is the referendum bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2026. Nays are 24 votes. The nays 1, abstention 2. So the ayes have it. For clarity, allow me to announce the result once again. The ayes at 24, nays 1 vote, abstention 2 votes. So the ayes have it. And that is on order number 13, the referendum bill, Senate Bills number 3 of 2026.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the conduct of referendum and for connected purposes.
Now the result on order number 14, that is the Mining Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 22 of 2025. The ayes 20, nays 7, abstention 0. So having failed to attain the requisite threshold, the bill is lost. Sergeant at Arms, you may now open the door and withdraw the bar. We will now proceed with the comments on the request on the statements under order number 7. Senator Kavindu Mudama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity to comment on the statements. And I'll start with Senator Manso's statement on market access for farm produce from Makueni. Mr. Speaker, sir, this is a very important statement, and I would like the committee which will look into this to check on this countrywide, because like in Machakos, we grow a lot of mangoes and oranges and avocado. And these are produce that, Mr. Speaker, once they are ripened, they don't have a long term span for storing. So I would request the committee that will deal with this statement to speak to the ministry concerned so that they can build cold rooms in all the counties where we produce such produces that cannot be stored for long, so that the mwananchi can at least store their produce and sell them at the right time when they get the market. And they also look for markets, not only for Makueni, but also Machakos and any other county where they grow such produces that do not last long. Mr. Speaker, farmers put a lot of hard labor on this farming, but they receive a very little income from it because of most of these produces go bad after a very short time. Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry should look for market locally and internationally for farmers, so that farmers can get money from the produces that they grow and keep them very well. Mr. Speaker, most of the people, the brokers who can get market on their own, they go and buy those produces from our farmers at a very throwaway price. You'll find that the broker gets more money than the farmer. So the ministry should really look into this so that the farmers can benefit. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I support.
The Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I want to make a comment on the statement by Senator Mundigi on teachers. But before I comment, I really want to celebrate Senator Mundigi. You know, I saw another man who I'm not sure whether he's sane, Mr. Speaker, in a green cap somewhere in Bere, saying that Senator Mundigi doesn't address the House in English. I think, Senator Mundigi, you should send today's clip to that deranged human being and tell him, hapa ni wapi, as they say. Mr. Speaker, Senator Mundigi has brought a very important issue. Growing up, Mr. Speaker, for a long time, the only pay slip in our house was my mother's teacher's salary. And therefore, when Mundigi speaks about this issue of MACL, the advanced medical scheme for teachers, it's something that I keep hearing being raised even in public gatherings where I am with teachers. And I don't know what will be the eventual resolution of that particular matter, Mr. Speaker. But I just do hope that our chair for education, Senator Montet, will give this matter the urgency that it deserves. Because in the last 1 month, I've been to celebrations of teachers who've been elected to be public officials in the Kupet elections. And on each occasion, this matter has come up as something that teachers want to be properly addressed with a final resolution. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, it is my hope that we can add our voice into a speedy resolution between TSC and the service provider of this service so that our teachers don't suffer any longer. But nonetheless, good work, Senator Mundigi. Please send that man this clip. I thank you.
Senator Sifuna.
Speaker, it's good I'm going after, another child of a teacher, and my story is quite similar. But Speaker, I wanted to very briefly touch on the statements that have been brought by both Senators Mundigi, Senator Chimera, and Senator Lomenen, the senator from Turkana. And it paints a very grim picture of our healthcare in the country, Honorable Speaker. From the statement by Mundigi, you can see these themes are recurrent. And every morning, Honorable Speaker, we wake up to very scary headlines about the state of healthcare in our country. In the morning, we saw a headline screaming that 1.2 billion shillings has been paid to a company that nobody knows out of SHA, that in fact You will say that during your brief, Senator, but allow me to just say that it's not the first time that we are seeing such scary headlines, Honorable Speaker. You've heard Senator Chimera complain of repeated violations and non-respect for collective bargaining agreements that have been signed. As we speak right now, I am receiving an avalanche of complaints from nurses who work at Mathare National Teaching and Referral Hospital, Honorable Speaker, who have been on 3-month contracts from June of 2021. And if you compare, because of their status, Honorable Speaker, how much they are earning, compared to those of their colleagues who are on permanent and pensionable. Speaker, you can imagine they are earning 3 times less their colleagues for doing the exact same work. So all these stories that we see point to a problem or a crisis in the healthcare sector. And in fact, Kenyans are telling us that if there are 2 things we need to resolve, Honorable Speaker, is the healthcare system and of course our education system. And we are hoping that we can have conversations, Honorable Speaker. Part of the problem, and I want Kenyans to understand this, part of the problems is the shadiness of this business, Honorable Speaker, the lack of transparency. Why do we have, for instance, to hear from hospitals that there is a deduction on hospital reimbursements of 2% that nobody knows what it is for? It is forcing medical facilities to go to court to be told what this deduction is for. And there is a lot of mystery surrounding some of these operatives within the SHA network or the SHA ecosystem. And Honorable Speaker, which is the proposition we are giving Kenyans, is that without us falling in place in terms of the values of our constitution, these problems are going to recur. We need transparency in the administration of the SHA system. And if we do not have that transparency, Honorable Speaker, these stories will continue to appear in our newspapers. With those many remarks, I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Cherargei.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Sorry for this opportunity. I want to comment on 2 statements by the Senator of Embu and nominated Senator from Kwale. One is that we are having crisis, Madam Speaker. I want to call upon you, Madam Speaker, as the chair of this session, understanding number 1, to order by next week, Tuesday, that the Health Committee should brief the country. Madam Speaker, we are facing crisis. Kapsabet County Referral Hospital, as we talk today, is closed. Madam Speaker, I believe the police station, the hospital, and any other, Madam Speaker, should not be closed for whatever reason. Madam Speaker, we are facing a crisis, and I expected the Committee of Health to brief the House. It has been happening for the last few days, Madam Speaker. And the people who suffer the most are the people who we represent, Madam Speaker. In the history of County of Nandi, this is the first time that Kapsabet County Referral Hospital is being closed. A number of health facilities in Nandi County have been closed because of the CBA disagreement between the county government, the governor, and the health nurses in terms of their promotion, work environment, lack of medical access, Madam Speaker, and many other issues. And I don't know, Madam Speaker, because maybe my colleagues, the stories in their counties are totally different. But what we are seeing, Madam Speaker, is that this CBA we must negotiate so that we can agree as a
Senators,
country,
can you consult in law terms?
Madam Speaker.
Just hold on a little, Senator Cherargei. Honorable Senators, please consult in law tones so that the speaking senator can be heard.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think this is a very serious crisis, that the issue of CBA and health workers, we must look at it. The Kenya National Union of Nurses, Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, and other health practitioners, we are suffering. Colleagues and Madam Speaker, you must come out strongly. Just the way we are talking about medical cover for teachers, I want to appeal that this matter must be resolved so that our teachers can access the medical cover. Finally, on the insecurity in Isiolo, Madam Speaker, I'm surprised the chairperson of national security is also complaining like all of us. And she was with the Minister of Health a few minutes ago. But you know, the Minister of Interior is busy doing kingpin politics. He's moving around Kalenjin counties, Madam Speaker, and therefore he will never have time to come to Isiolo. Madam Speaker, he has been attacking the senator of Wazingishu, the senator of Kericho. Madam Speaker, therefore I don't think he will have time to come to Isiolo. Senator Dulo, we leave you with God and the Holy Spirit, Madam Speaker, because some of us know what he wants to achieve. While we are assisting the president to fix many issues, he is fixing the issues of kingship politics and 2032 succession politics. Madam Speaker, with those many remarks, I beg to yield the mic back.
Senator Beatrice Ogola.
Madam Speaker, I rise to comment on the two statements by the Senator of Embu, Senator Mundigi. The first one that touches my heart, Madam Speaker, is about a collapsed bridge at the Ndatu village. Madam Speaker, all Kenyans deserve some services. Madam Speaker, these bridges, this is a problem that is akin to a problem we have in North Kabwoch Ward of Ndewa constituency, Madam Speaker, in a village called Wagasi. Madam Speaker, there's a very, very big problem in that village because along the river Riana, which will soon be full when the rains begin, Madam Speaker, and we have two villages there called Orembe Village and Maram Village. Madam Speaker, pupils and students in that village will not go to school the moment that river gets filled up. Madam Speaker, if you see how pathetic the situation is, Madam Speaker, just recently when I was in the village, we had even to contribute with the villagers, Madam Speaker, to make a makeshift bridge that would allow these pupils, the women that walk across that river, and Madam Speaker, that river is also crocodile infected. And so I support this statement, and I want to say that our people need the services from the roads department, whether it's from the county governments or from the national government. Our people need to have permanent bridges that will help them move from one village to the other. Secondly, Madam Speaker, I want to comment on the statement on the medical insurance of teachers. And I want to thank you, Senator Mundigi, that you continuously talk about the plight of teachers. Me being a teacher, Madam Speaker, I know the work that teachers do in this republic. And so, Madam Speaker, the issue of the medical cover of teachers need to be looked into. Madam Speaker, just the few times I've visited a number of teachers in hospital, there was a very bad case of a teacher who had to wait for clearance from the insurer in order to begin treatment. And so, Madam Speaker, because of the nature of work teachers do and other public officers, the medical cover of teachers must be looked into, and I congratulate you, my brother, Senator Mundigi, for bringing these issues to Parliament. I support.
Senator Okenyuri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I want to support the statement by Embu Senator Mundigi. And the Senator has been consistent in supporting issues that affect the people in this House, Madam Speaker. And I also wish to comment that the matter on the medical cover for teachers has kept recurring. And some time back, I saw pronouncements by both the Ministry of Health saying that they are going to actually address this matter with the various teachers' unions that met in that meeting. I actually do not understand why this keeps coming up, that we have to raise it through a statement, Madam Speaker, whereas the health care of teachers is a matter that should be given priority, Madam Speaker. And it's very sad that the teachers have to use their own money in accessing health care, whereas they are helping our young children who are studying in schools. Madam Speaker, teachers suffer both in the healthcare sector, and at the same time, even when they go to mark examinations, they're not able to be paid their dues, Madam Speaker. So challenges of teachers cut across in every sector. So I wish that this committee is going to find a lasting solution to this matter, so that the matter does not keep recurring in form of statements, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, the 15 minutes that were allocated to this session are over, and I would want us to move to the next order, please. So allow that to happen. Next order.
Order number 8, motion, reconstitution of select committees of the Senate.
Who's the mover of this? Majority Leader?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Ideally, this is a motion of the minority side, but since my counterpart is not in the House, I can offer to assist him. But I'm wondering why Senator Wambua is not rising to do this, and he's a substantive deputy. No, I was just called, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I was told the Senate Majority Leader. That's why I responded. Ideally, this is Senator Wambua's work that I'm doing, Madam Speaker.
Proceed, Senator Majority. That is fine.
Okay, Senator Wambua, you've heard, Madam Speaker, that notwithstanding, I rise to move the following motion, which is the reconstitution of select committees of the Senate. That notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on 12 February 2025, 2nd December 2025, and 17 June 2026, on the approval of senators to serve in the various select committees of the Senate, A, pursuant to Standing Order 197, 199, 228, and the fourth schedule to the standing orders, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in the standing committees of the Senate as follows. 1, Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, Senator Edwin Sifuna to replace Senator Beatrice Ogola. Standing Committee on Energy, Senator Beatrice Ogola to replace Senator Moses Kajwang. Standing Committee on Health, Senator Shakila Abdallah to replace Senator Joseph Giduku. Standing Committee on Information, Communication and Technology, Senator Moses Kajwang and Senator Beatrice Ogola to replace Senators Shakila Abdallah and Senator Hezena Lemaletian. Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration, Senator Godfrey Osotsi to replace Senator Beth Siengo. Standing Committee on Roads, Transportation and Housing, Senator Amida Kibwana to replace Senator Crystal Asige. Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism, Senator Enoch Wambua to replace Senator Hamida Ali Kibwana. Pursuant to Standing Order 193, 194, 197, and 199, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in the select committees of the Senate as follows. 1, County Public Accounts Committee, Senator Joseph Kiduku and Senator Justice Stewart Mazayo to replace Senator Jones Mwaruma and Senator Edwin Sifuna. County Public Investments Committee and Special Funds Committee, Senator Jones Mwaruma and Senator Hezena Lemaletian to replace Senator Eddie Okech and Senator Godfrey Osotsi. Mr. Speaker, this is, my apologies, Madam Speaker, this is a routine reorganization of the committee. Ideally, this is a matter that should have been handled by my colleague, my counterpart, the leader of the minority. But he's not in the House this afternoon, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, I'll be transacting this on his behalf, because I can see he has made quite a raft of changes. And I want to believe, as leader of the minority side, this is done, Mr. Speaker, to infuse new energy into certain committees, move certain competencies into different places, Mr. Speaker, as expected, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I had requested that there should be a detector at the door for colorless liquid, Madam Speaker, and I think increasingly there is a need for the same. This matter, Madam Speaker, I have seen also certain reports. For example, I saw, I don't know if it was fake news or genuine news, and I haven't had the opportunity to ask my colleague, Senator Crystal, whether it is true. I saw a caption somewhere saying that she had been removed for a committee for proposing something. I'd wish to believe that that is fake news. I don't think she said that, Madam Speaker, but the world is such as it is, because I doubt if a member can be removed from a committee for proposing something, because in any case, Madam Speaker, to propose any legislation, one, you don't have to be a member of any committee. You can propose legislation on any matter. And second, and most importantly, to progress a particular legislation, you need the support of nearly more than half the delegations of the House, Madam Speaker. So it's not a simple matter as just serving in a particular committee. No. It's not to you, Senator Crystal. It is a comment.
Senator, you're not being addressed. I think That's not directed at you at all. Well, there'll be opportunity to speak,
I'm sure.
and I'll give Senator Christola an opportunity to have
that will be better. Then she can clarify whether she said that or it's just the usual fake news that we see online about this House on many other matters. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I wouldn't wish to be long at this. I beg to move and request the Deputy Minority Whip, the Senator for Migori, Senator Eddie Okech, to second. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I wish to second this motion right from the onset. I think it is quite self-explanatory, in the sense that moving of some of these committees is not only about making some committees effective, as majority leader has indicated. It's also to allow some members also have some experiences in some committees, because I do believe that all members in this House are endowed with the talent to make sure that they can contribute to all committees. Of course, there are some members who are more experts than others in some committees, but as members, we can speak to a variety of issues in the committees that we have put. And I want to appreciate members for having contributed heavily and immensely in the committees that they have been able to serve in this House since they came to this House. But I think that there are some committees that will be important for some members also to be able to actually have just experience on a variety of issues. Because in some committees, to be honest, there are issues that you deal with that affect a number of counties, Madam Speaker, in a certain way that just hits differently. So I want to give an example, Madam Speaker, in the context of what majority has talked about, that the members of the public might feel like maybe there's a purge on certain individuals for action or position on some issues. Actually, it isn't. For instance, Madam Speaker, you know very well that in this House, I've had the pleasure, and I say this with a lot of humility, to serve as the chair of Roads and Transport. And I've also had the pleasure to serve as the vice chair of CPIC. And Madam Speaker, these changes basically have removed me from those two positions. Somebody might argue that, oh, now you are the deputy minority leader, Madam. The deputy minority whip. But Madam Speaker, you know that my vice chair at the Committee of Roads and Transport is equally a deputy minority whip, who you would expect that should not be holding that position and then also becomes a vice chair or a chair of a committee. But you see, I have been stripped of all those positions, yet he has remained. So if I wanted to cry, I would cry that why am I being removed from the position of chairing transport or the position of vice chairing of CPIC? But I'm not complaining, because I do understand that I've been removed from CPIC because other members ought to actually be able to have the best experience that I've had there. And I've been removed as a chair of Roads and Transport because other members need to also, experience the same kind of, work and experience that I've had in this opportunity. And somewhere like CPIC, I would have wished that as many members experience CPIC as much as possible, which is why I've actually happily left that committee, because that committee is where I've had a lot of experience in terms of dealing with hospitals in all the counties. I've also had the experience of dealing with a number of municipalities. I know we will be voting at some point on the issue of thicker municipalities and the request to make it a city. The bird's eye view position on these matters are canvassed in CPIC, Madam Speaker. I also know that we have got some serious issues on water resources in our counties. especially how the WSPs function in our counties. I think that I've had a mine of information together with my chair, who I've really respected working with and appreciated working with, Senator Osotsi, who was the chair of CPIC, and I was his vice chair. Both of us, the country should know that we have both been removed, not just from the committees, but also from the positions, Madam Speaker. So it's very important that, Madam Speaker, this shift.
Senator Eddie, do you want to be informed by Senator Osotsi?
Madam Speaker, I've had a lot of information by Senator Osotsi when you are serving
Just
those
say
two
no,
committees.
yes.
So I think he will inform me better when he's contributing. So for now, Madam Speaker, I would just want to go ahead and second the motion. So, Madam Speaker, I think that I would want positive energy to be in the House, that these changes are not in any way to punish or to demean or are malicious to any member. I think they are healthy changes that are there to make sure that all members get experience as a cross-board and contribute effectively. In any case, also, Madam Speaker, we are experiencing a time that we are heading towards an elective cycle, and it is important that we balance these committees so that some members who might be going to experience a time that they want to go and campaign and might not be available to give quorum. Some members can also be more available. So we balance these things looking at a number of things from the minority side. And I want to wish members who have been given the different committees the courage to actually be available to give quorum to these committees and canvass across a number of issues and make sure that the agenda that is remaining in those committees are done before people perhaps go to campaigns next year. Therefore, I want to second and support, and hopefully this will be able to contribute to the best conduct and the best churning out of the business of the House through these committees. I second, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that notwithstanding the resolutions of the Senate made on 12th February 2025, 2nd December 2025, and 17th June 2026 on the approval of senators to serve in various select committees of the Senate, A, pursuant to Standing Order 197, 199, 228, and the fourth schedule to the standing orders, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in standing committees of the Senate as follows. 1. Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, Senator Edwin Sifuna, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP. 2. Standing Committee on Energy, Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP, to replace Senator Moses Kajwang, CBS, MP. 3. Standing Committee on Health, Senator Shakila Abdallah Mohammed, MP, to replace Senator Joseph Kithuku, MP. 4. Standing Committee on Information, Communication and Technology, Senator Moses Kajwang, CBS, MP, and Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP, to replace Senator Shakila Abdallah Mohammed, MP, and Senator Hezena Lemalatian, MP. 5. Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equality, Equal Opportunity, and Regional Integration, Senator Godfrey Osotsi, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Beth Siengo, MP. 6. Standing Committee on Roads, Transport and Housing, Senator Hamida Kibwana, MP, to replace Senator Crystal Asige, MP. 7. Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism, Senator Enoch Wambua, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Hamida Ali Kibwana, MP. B. Pursuant to Standing Orders 193, 194, 197, and 199, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in select committees of the Senate as follows. 1. County Public Accounts Committee, Senator Joseph Kithuku, MP, and Senator Justice Retired Stuart Mazayo, EGH, MP, to replace Senator Johannes Mwaruma, MP, and Senator Edwin Sifuna, CBS MP. 2, County Public Investment and Special Funds Committee. Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP, and Senator Hezena Lemeletian, MP, to replace Senator Eddie Okech, MP, and Senator Godfrey Osoti, CBS MP. I will now call upon, I'm proposing to call upon maybe 3 on either side to. I have made the decision that I will give opportunity for contributions to a few people on either side. Senator Crystal Asige, I'll begin with you.
Mine was a clarification, Chair.
So you don't need to. So
It's a clarification. Point of clarification.
that's all right. Oh, so now who is going to clarify?
No, it's okay. It's passed.
It's passed. Okay, that's fine. Who is there? Oh, okay. I see Senator Osoti.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Just before, I think not more than 3 minutes for each contributor, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I've listened to the contribution while moving the motion by the majority leader and seconded by the minority whip. And I want to say that effectively, those changes remove me as the chair of CPIC. I want to thank the House for having given me the opportunity to serve as the chair of CPIC for 4 years. Indeed, this was a new committee in this session of Senate, and we have made a tremendous achievement in terms of dealing with the public entities in the county and public finances. But besides that, Madam Speaker, I know that changes to the committee is a normal thing, but sometimes there is some machinations which are done. I know what was done to get me out is political persecution. I know what happened, and I would have wished Honorable Ledama and Honorable Matsayo were here today, because I know what they did behind the scene to even instigate a motion of no confidence in me and basically create a wedge between me and my members. People we have worked together very well for 4 years. But I would say this is normal. Many other people in the past Senate have gone through this. I remember Senator Wetangula went through this. I remember Irungu Kangata went through this. I remember Susan Kihika went through this, and many others. It will be well. I am being persecuted for supporting Linda Mwananchi and supporting Edwin Sifuna. It will be well, and will bounce back in a big way. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Morango.
Asante sana, Mr. Speaker. Kwanza, Mr. Speaker, nitaongea kwa falsafa. Kwa hivyo sitakuwa nikiongea kuhusu mtu yote, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ukweli usema kwamba seneta yote ambaye ako katika njumba la seneti ako na uwezo wa kuketi na kujadili maneno katika kamati yoyote. Lakini kama vile miti katika msitu, watu wote watoshani, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, katika kamati wa Simbu, ukijaribu kunielezea kwamba umemtoa Senator Sifuna kwa sababu hana uwezo, mimi naona ni kama katika vita unauza bunduki, unanunua fimbo na unaendelea kusema ya kwamba hii vita inahitaji fimbo. Ndio uzuri katika kupigana, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, wenye matege huwa anasema bora mwendo, usiangalie matege. Na tunajua fika ya kwamba uwezo wa wenye wametolewa kwenye kamati hawana, kwa sababu ni jambo limefanyika. Sana kwa muda tumekuwa tukinyamaza katika bunge la Seneti. Tunasema ya kwamba heli tuwe niwe mfalme wa kimya changu kuliko niwe mtumwa wa maneno yangu. Na kwa sababu imefika leo, nataka niwe mtumwa wa maneno yangu, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, wale ambao wanatolewa kwenye kamati kwa sababu ya kisiasa huwa hawana uwezo. Na unajua mtu amekosa mate ya kumeza, hata ya kutema hawezi pata. Kwa hivyo watakuja wakae waone mambo ikiendelea. Lakini tukitaka kamati zetu ziendelee kwa njia inayofaa, tuangalie uwezo wa kila mtu kabla hatujamtoa, ili tuweze kuendeleza kamati zenu ipasavyo. Kwa sababu tukitumia kila siku kwa sababu ya kisiasa, hivyo ndo tunaendelea kuwa kamati zetu, Mr. Speaker. Na nataka niseme hivi, unajua Mr. Speaker, nataka ulinzi. Unajua kiongozi walio wengi hapa naona ananifokea. Nataka niseme ya kwamba tunajua hakuna kitu tunabadilisha hapa. Na sisi kama sisi ambao tulianzia, tushaamua tena hatutahangaika sana na rangi ya chai. Utamu wa chai ni sukari, tutaitafuta mahali pengine. Mr. Speaker,
what's your point of order? Proceed, Senator Morango. I hope you... Senator Morango, please proceed.
Lakini Mr. Speaker, unajua kuna watu Mr. Speaker, ningetaka niseme ya kwamba kuna wale ambao wametolewa.
Please give him 30 more seconds. Yes, I can see. Proceed. Clerks, please give him 30 more seconds to...
Asante sana Mr. Speaker. Hiyo ni kawaida bwana. Unajua wakati mwingine kuna wengine ukiongea sana akili upolepweta, na ndio unaona Mr. Speaker kuna wengine wanapiga makelele nikiongea. Nilikuwa nikimaliza nikisema kwamba wale waliotolewa kwa kamati kwa sababu ya kisiasa, ni vizuri mjue fika ya kwamba hata seremala huwa anagonga msumari uliowima. Yenye imepinda ndio huwa inaachwa. Kwa hivyo kama seremala anatengeneza samani, msumari uliowima ndio ugongwa na nyundo. Ile iliyo kombo inabakishwa pale pale. Na kwa hivyo katika kamati zetu kuna misumari mingi ambayo iliyo kombo imebakishwa. Lakini iliyowima kama Sifuna, kama Otosi ndio inagongwa, Mr. Speaker. Na iko wazi, Mr. Speaker. Lakini Mr. Speaker, namalizia kwa kusema ya kwamba tukitaka kwenda sambamba, tuache kutoa watu kwa kamati kwa sababu ya kisiasa, tuangalie kila mtu uwezo wake, Mr. Speaker. Asante Mr. Speaker.
Senator Khalwale.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we should ask ourselves whether we are simpletons or we are indeed distinguished senators. Mr. Speaker, to allow the leadership of this House to weaponize constitutional positions in Parliament, we are failing. It's okay if a political party or a coalition removes a whip or a deputy whip or whatever position of leadership, because that's a decision of a party. But on sitting on committees and doing parliamentary work, that we should not accept. Senator Osothi, Senator Sifuna, let me tell you, they are making it easy for you to scale up in your politics. Even Martin Shikuku, for his work in this parliament, Martin Shikuku was detained without trial, and when he came back, he was bigger. Even Masinde Muliro, when he was minister and resigned because he refused to vote for a motion which wanted to find that J.M. Kariuki was not murdered, Masinde Muliro came back bigger. Mheshimiwa Soti, even in your own backyard, in Vihiga, Peter Kibisu, seated in this chamber, he voted against government as an assistant minister, and he became a greater politician. I therefore want to ask the leadership of this country, don't tamper with Parliament. If you think Parliament is not important, Mr. President, remember where you found yourself when this Parliament came under attack from the youth. It is very dangerous. Mr. President, remember 2007, how we stabilized the country out of post-election violence, because when we then took oath,
Senator Halwale, there is a point of order from Senator Nyamu. What's your point of order? Give her the mic.
Madam Speaker.
No, let her explain herself, please.
Is
order, please.
Crystal Asige, can you...
Senator Nyamu, can you just proceed?
Can you please protect me from Senator Crystal Asige, Madam Speaker?
Senator Asige and Senator Nyamu, point of order. The point of order by Nyamu has not even begun. Can you begin?
Madam Speaker, is Senator for Kakamega, Senator Boni Halwale, in order to stand before this House and address the President, who is not part of this House, who has nothing to do with the changes in committees, and who may not even be aware of what we are debating here today? Is he in order?
Senator Halwale, unless you have evidence that you can table that the President has something to do with the changes, please do not make reference to the President. Senator Halwale, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, however
Madam
Speaker, however much Senator Karen Nyamu attempts to draw attention of the people of Nairobi to herself by attempting to respond to me, the people of Nairobi know that even if she's given 100 years, she would not be able to rise to the occasion to match the contribution that we have made on the political landscape of this country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I was saying, this is a moment to reflect. It's a moment to reflect, Mr. Speaker.
Senator...
Can I be protected?
Senator Nyamu, what's your point of order?
Madam Speaker has ruled. Madam Speaker has given me the mic. Madam Speaker, Boni Halwale is using this House to insult and intimidate women. And I want to know, and it is such a shame, he did that to Senator Tabitha another time. Today it is me. Address yourself to the issue that I have raised. Leave me alone with my people of Nairobi. They are not a subject.
Okay, Senator Nyamu, I wish you would have raised that as a proper standing order, asking him to withdraw what he said. Senator Halwale. Senator Nyamu, please sit down. Senator Halwale, kindly desist from that line of argument that casts suspicion on the capability of any senator in here as you proceed. Thanks.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, much respect to your guidance and much persuasion on the part of Karen Nyamu that I can't harm her in no way. But she cannot interrupt my flow of thought and expect to get away with it. just like that. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I was saying that in 2007, when fighting was on, Speaker Marende allowed us to take oath as members of parliament. And at around 11:45, after we had started taking oath, fighting went down because parliament is important.
30 seconds to finalize your point. 30 seconds, please.
Madam Speaker, let parliament function. Let committees work. Let the best amongst us chair committees. If the problem of Edwin is about leadership and that he's supporting the opposition, if that is a crime, why is Wambua still in position and is also supporting the opposition? It doesn't make sense. You think you can intimidate some people? Mr. Speaker.
Order, senators. Can we listen to one person at a time? You know.
Mr. Speaker, I want to say it. Mr. Speaker, I want to say it that this mongrel called the broad-based government is
Senator
outside.
Methu and Senator Keroche. Senator Keroche, would you kindly take your seat, please? Senator. Senator Mogeni.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sorry, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. Yeah, in principle, Madam Speaker, no senator should rise on his feet to oppose the shifting of members from one committee to the other. But Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, I want to make an observation that our Constitution in Article 124 decreed that Parliament will pass standing orders for the orderly discharge of the business of the House. Madam Speaker, pursuant to that power donated to Parliament by Constitution, we have enacted Standing Order 197. And Madam Speaker, let's be candid. Let's be candid. For the future generation, we are not opposing anybody who has been shifted from one committee to the other. But for the future, Madam Speaker, that standing order states that our business committee will do those changes after consulting the political parties. And consultation of political parties means that you consult the entire membership of that side. So, Madam Speaker, as we approve this motion, let us learn the motion. Let us learn, Madam Speaker, from the text that is in the Constitution. What we have been told, yes, Madam
Honorable
Speaker,
Senators.
Madam Speaker.
Honorable ML, you know you are a leader in this
My
House.
time is running, Madam Speaker.
You will give Senator Mogeni 1 more minute,
Yes,
please.
you know, Madam Speaker, these citations that have been made to us by Senator Galwale informed the drafting of our Constitution, 2010 Constitution. If you read, no, Senator Cheruyot, I'm on the floor. I refer you to Article 91 of the Constitution that guides how political parties should behave. If you read Article 91, you have the Constitution there, open it and read it. Madam Speaker, the Constitution says that political parties, Article 91F, 1F, political parties must respect human rights and fundamental freedoms. Is there in the Constitution? Madam Speaker, there should not be any punitive actions from a political party because anybody is trying to exercise his fundamental freedom. You know, Senator Cheruyot, when you were here in the last parliament, you are subjected to the same mistreatment. And we should draw a line. We must set standards
Senator
for
Commissioner
ourselves.
Korir.
We should set standards. I can go to the answer and see and
Senator
bring out
Commissioner
what
Korir, order.
So, Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, we should not. Madam Speaker, we should relax. Nominated Senator.
Senator
relax.
Commissioner Korir, it will be very sad for me to throw you out. Please don't. No, finalize, Senator Mogeni.
Yes. So you know, Madam Speaker, we say these things so that in the next Parliament people can remember that we pointed out. Now, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators,
Madam Speaker, I'm not
Honorable Cherargei, order.
I'm not able to be heard, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Cherargei, order. Honorable Korir, Honorable Cherargei, please listen to the chair.
You know,
I think you're out of order.
Senator
Let's just hold on. Let's respect the chair.
Senator,
Let's listen. I'm willing to sit and give all of you a chance to speak, if that is what you want. So if you want to speak simultaneously, I will sit until all of you speak. Senator Mundigi, I will throw you out. Don't repeat that. Please don't dare me. Order, senators. Senator Mogeni, you can finalize in your last minute.
Yes, Senator, Madam Speaker, you know, I've never engaged Senator Mundigi. So I will not respond to him because I think you were advised by majority leader to respond to a lady who released something on WhatsApp. I'm not that lady, Senator Mundigi. So the point I'm making, no, you know, he's confusing me with that lady. I'm not that lady. So respond to the lady, Senator Mundigi. So, Madam
Senator Mogeni, either you are presenting or you are exchanging without.
So, Madam Speaker, the point I'm making, Madam Speaker.
Senator Mundigi, I'm calling you out of order because you are just shouting. I will not respect that. Don't expect me to respect you when you are not respecting the House. Please, order. Order, Senator Mundigi. Senator Mundigi.
You know,
please give me.
Madam Speaker, I don't. You don't need to throw him out. He's my good friend. Allow him to sit. I've not complained on his conduct.
Senator Mundigi, if I hear one more thing from you, I'll actually throw you out. Can you finalize, Senator Mogeni, please? Senator Newton.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I also want to say something about this particular motion that has been moved by the majority leader on behalf of the minority leader. Madam Speaker, members of the public do watch the proceedings of this House. They follow what we do, Madam Speaker. The essence of placing any senator into any committee is to do parliamentary business and not to reward them or punish them because of their political stand. So, Madam Speaker, what has been happening in this House is that none of the objects of placing members to committees has been followed, Madam Speaker. And I say this not to complain about anything, but Madam Speaker, at the beginning of last year, there was a reorganization, in quotes, of the committees in this House, and especially from this side of the majority, Madam Speaker. And Kenyans watched. And Madam Speaker, no one can convince Kenyans that the only people that you needed, majority leader here, needed to reorganize were people from a particular region in this country. And as I say that, Madam Speaker, with facts.
Senator Majority Leader, what's your point of order?
Please freeze my time, Madam Speaker.
I want to advise Senator Newton to first be calm about this. because this is about committees. Unfortunately, this is committees on the minority side.
Senator Majority, go
Yes.
to the point of order, please.
Madam Speaker, surely I am being harassed by a heckler in the House. You are not protecting me. You are pushing me. Yes, because somebody is heckling at me while I'm trying to make my point.
Senator Majority, you stood on a point of order.
Yes.
Can you prosecute that first, and I will defend you.
But that's what I'm doing, Madam Speaker. Yes. That understanding order number 105.
Yeah.
Is it in order for Senator Newton to purport that I'm the one making these changes? These are changes in the minority side. They have nothing to do with the majority side that I lead. I only did the motion because the minority leader is not in the House.
Senator Newton, to the extent that you are attributing these changes to majority leader, you need to withdraw that.
Madam Speaker, I have a lot of respect for the majority leader, and he's a very smart brain. I did not at any time, at any moment in my presentation, say that he is the one that has brought this. I said, and I'm unanswered, that he presented this particular motion on behalf of the minority leader. I said that. But I was referring to what has been there in this particular House, Madam Speaker, and I was very clear. And I was saying that when there was that purge last year, baptized reorganization of committees, Madam Speaker, and because it happened, it is there in the Hansard. Madam Speaker, I was removed as chair of Education Committee. Senator Karungo was removed as chair of Roads. Senator Medu was removed as chair of Lands. Senator Murango was removed as chair of Agriculture, Madam Speaker. All of us come from one region in this country. Madam Speaker, Senator Mandago remained in his Committee of Health. Senator Chesang remained in his Committee of ICT. Senator Murgo remained in his Committee of Labor. The late Senator, let me not mention that our departed colleague. Madam Speaker, do watch. And Madam Speaker, you cannot, the majority leader cannot convince this House that the only people that needed to be reorganized in committees were people from a particular region, Madam Speaker. So we are saying it is a high time we stopped playing politics with the posting of members to committees, Madam Speaker. When you look at what is happening, there is no other reason why Senator Osotsi was removed from that committee. I'm talking about the whole House, from CP committee, Madam Speaker, apart from politics. So we are saying, Kenyans, watch what happened here. And it is actually a shame that we reward people and punish.
Senator Wambua.
Finally, Madam Speaker, the Deputy Minority Leader gets an opportunity to speak.
Senator Newton, can you listen in silence?
Madam Speaker, I said, and this was meant for all of us, but specifically for Senator Cheruiyot, that finally the Deputy Minority Leader gets an opportunity to speak on changes on the minority side. Madam Speaker, I will say only two things, and I will sit down. Only two things. One, I want to address this motion and the way it was moved and the way it is being processed. Madam Speaker, I want the majority leader, when he retreats, to ask himself whether what he has done is something that he will be comfortable with after the fact. That is moving committee changes belonging to the minority side when there is a leadership of the minority in the House. That he can reflect on later and deal with it later. Madam Speaker, on the issue of the changes. Madam Speaker, let us commit ourselves as senators, because we still have some time to do work in the Senate before the next election, that the movement of members from one committee to the other must be done always on a need-to-do basis. The Speaker, we can say what we want to say here, we can argue, we can fight, we can insult each other if we have to, but Madam Speaker, the fact remains that people out there are watching what is happening in the Senate. To assume, Madam Speaker, that we are making changes because we are moving competencies, Madam Speaker, it's okay. We can convince ourselves that that is what we are doing. The public out there, whom we serve, we are not here on our own. We serve the public. The public out there, maybe they have a different story. Madam Speaker, I wish all the members that have been nominated to serve in the different and various committees all the best. And let's apply ourselves into those committees and do our job. But we know that we have a date with destiny very soon. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I had said I'll give three to each side. I now would like to call the mover to reply, please.
Madam Speaker, there are too many philosophers in the House this afternoon. They are quoting time, seasons. These are the times and the seasons of politics, Senator Boli Halwale. And I learned them from you. You are one of the people who taught me this work in this House. So you should be proud of the work I am doing. It is not a difficult, it's not an easy job. Senator Wambua, my good friend, you saw very well how much I tried to request that you be allowed to move the motion because it's a motion of the minority side. But then I was directed by the Speaker. I'm just a humble servant of this House, Senator Wambua. Surely what more was I supposed to do? Madam Speaker, I really want to say, no colleague, Mr. Speaker, no colleague lacks the competence to serve in any committee. I have held that belief. And by the way, this is now the serious me. Forget about what I was saying earlier. I have served in so many committees during my time in this House. And I don't consider any committee to be inferior to another. That's my personal position. At my most serious, Madam Speaker, I have never come to understand this fascination that sometimes members have with certain specific committees, unless for reasons that are beyond my understanding and that of the ordinary people. I believe as a senator, you should be able to serve any committee. In any case, Madam Speaker, I pointed out earlier that if you want, for example, to progress anything, a topic of your passion, a particular thematic area that you feel so strongly about, Madam Speaker, you will still have to convince the entire House, including the committee. So it's not just a matter of that you must be in a particular committee to prosecute certain agendas, Madam Speaker. So I want to request colleagues that let us embrace these changes. They happen every now and then. If for one reason and the other, you must also understand where leadership is coming from on this matter. You have members that you must balance. Everybody feels that they must serve in a particular committee. So when you're given a chance to serve here and there, these things happen. Indeed, Senator Mogeni was being reminded this afternoon. He was trying to be philosophical. But then members reminded him that when Senator Onyonka was removed from PAC, it is him who benefited. Why is he so quick to forget, my dear friends? So colleagues, I really want to request that you have said all you need to say about this matter, but I strongly believe that my colleague on whose behalf I'm doing this assignment, the retired judge, the son of Kilifi, Justice Stewart Mazaya, is well-meaning to you people and has done his bit, has proposed the changes to the committee. Therefore, I want to request that we conclude this business and transact the subsequent business. Senator Wambua, my apologies if in any way, I thought I'm helping you, but I can see you don't seem to be appreciating my assistance. But with those very many remarks, Madam Speaker, because this is not something to debate and hog on and off about, I beg to reply. I thank you.
Honorable Speakers, pursuant to Standing Order 84.1, I wish to make the determination that this matter does not affect counties and put the question. Honorable Senators, I put the question that notwithstanding the resolutions of the Senate made on 12th February 2025, 2nd December 2025, 17th June 2026 on the approval of senators to serve in various select committees of the Senate, A, pursuant to Standing Orders 197, 199, 228, and the fourth schedule to the Standing Orders, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in standing committees of the Senate as follows. 1. Standing Committee on Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries, Senator Edwin Sifuna, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP. 2. Standing Committee on Energy, Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP, to replace Senator Moses Kajwang, CBS, MP. 3. Standing Committee on Health, Senator Shakila Abdallah Mohammed, MP, to replace Senator Joseph Kithuku, MP. 4. Standing Committee on Information, Communication and Technology, Senator Moses Kajwang, CBS, MP, and Senator Beatrice Ogola, MP, to replace Senator Shakila Abdallah Mohammed, MP, and Senator Hezena Lemaletian, MP. 5. Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration, Senator Godfrey Osotsi, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Beth Siengo, MP. 6. Standing Committee on Roads, Transport and Housing, Senator Hamida Kibwana, MP, to replace Senator Crystal Asige, MP. 7. Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism, Senator Enoch Wambua, CBS, MP, to replace Senator Hamida Ali Kibwana, MP. B. Pursuant to Standing Orders 193, 194, 197, and 199, the Senate approves the following senators nominated by the Senate Business Committee to serve in select committees of the Senate as follows. 1. County Public Accounts Committee, Senator Joseph Kithuku, MP, and Senator Justice Retired Stewart Mazayo, EGH, MP, to replace Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP, and Senator Edwin Sifuna, CBS, MP. 2. County Public Investments and Special Funds Committee, Senator Jones Mwaruma, MP, and Senator Hezena Lemaletian, MP, to replace Senator Eddie Okech, MP, and Senator Godfrey Osotsi, CBS, MP. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order. Honorable Senators, order Senators, Honorable Senators, I am rearranging the order paper to move on to order number 20. Next order.
Order number 20, the Street Naming and Property Addressing System Bill, Senate Bills number 43 of 2024, second reading.
Senator Dulo.
number is it? Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I am here to move the bill that reads the Street Naming and Property Addressing System Bill 2024. Madam Speaker, I actually came up with this bill because of many reasons. And if you travel abroad or in other jurisdictions, Madam Speaker.
Senator Dullo, please first move the bill, that the bill be read a second time.
I can't see the whole bill. Okay. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Street Naming and Property Addressing System Bill, Senate Bill number 43 of 2024, second reading. Madam Speaker, the reason why I came up with this bill is because I have actually visited many jurisdictions where when you reach the airport, somebody will ask you, where are you going to stay? Which street, which hotel, or the number of the hotel, or the house that you will actually go and stay in. And I thought this is equally very important in our country because we have so many challenges, Madam Speaker, and I thought this bill will solve so many problems that we have in our country. And that is the reason why I came up with the bill. Madam Speaker, looking at the bill, the object of the bill, Madam Speaker, is number one, is to improve service delivery. If you look at many of our counties, Madam Speaker, in terms of emergency, whenever there are ambulances, whenever there are actually planning that needs to be done, revenue collection, Madam Speaker, it's normally very hard actually to reach individuals within those estates and also residential places. Madam Speaker, looking at this bill is going to solve all those problems and actually help the counties as far as service delivery is concerned. Madam Speaker, looking at the bill, you will see that the bill actually provides the structure and the procedure for coming up with street naming and also how the committee is supposed to be formed, Madam Speaker, who are the members of the committee, who is the registrar, where the registrar should be as far as this bill is concerned. Madam Speaker, I will be able to go through the bill actually stage by stage to be able to come to explain why we need this particular bill, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if you look at the Madam Speaker, memorandum of and the object of the bill, it provides the logical, consistent addressing system in a critical component of any county government service delivery system. In particular, it encourages and enables e-commerce, ease identification of streets and public places, improves emergency response services, enhances the management of settlement and development in the areas, and improves revenue collection and addressing system, therefore provides a platform to facilitate other county government functions, such as county planning, the need for a functional addressing system, and a dedicated team to ensure its enforcement and maintenance, therefore cannot be gainsaid. In this regard, the main object of the bill is to provide for procedures and guidelines for
creating a county addressing system. And for this purpose, naming and addressing of streets and public places is in counties. The bill will therefore improve service delivery at the county level and will aid in modernization of the counties. And the bill will also help in preserving the history and heritage of counties and serve as a means of honoring persons who have made significant contribution to the history, culture, image, and development of the country. Madam Speaker, you will see that currently the manner in which actually street naming and honoring of heroes are done is haphazard. There are no procedures followed. But this particular bill provides guidelines on how actually those procedures should be followed. And where they feel that the name is not appropriate, there are procedures that needs to be followed to make sure that culture, heritage, and all those standards are actually kept, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, if you look at the bill, the first part is on interpretation. Then if you look at the second part, that is section 3, is the object and the purpose of the bill, or rather of the act once it is signed. Madam Speaker, then we have section 4 that talks about the scope of the act, which will actually apply to any person dealing with matters relating to addressing or custodian of the address data in Kenya. So there is data that is going to be kept as far as that information is concerned, to avoid replication and also duplication of numbers in residential areas, Madam Speaker. There are also guiding principles that are provided for under Section 5. The discharge of the function and act shall be guided by the principle and values set out in Article 10, 31, 43, 60, and 232 of the Constitution, and the guiding principles of the Act shall be inclusivity and participatory governance of the addressing regulatory framework that we need to put in place, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Part 2 of the bill establishes institutional framework on national addressing system. Madam Speaker, we don't have any policy or legislation currently governing as far as addressing and also street naming is concerned. Article 6 of the same act establishes the National Addressing Council. Madam Speaker, Section 7 provides for the functions of the council that is supposed to be established to carry out this particular responsibility. Then Section 8 of the Act of the bill, Madam Speaker, provides for the conduct of the business and affairs of the council, reports by the councils once they sit and make deliberation. Madam Speaker, Section 11 actually provides where the headquarters of the street naming and addressing is concerned, which is supposed to be in Nairobi. Then Section 12 provides for the qualification for the appointment for a person to be a registrar as far as street naming and addressing is concerned. Madam Speaker, Section 14 also provides on how the registrar should be actually removed from the office. Then the office of the registrar, Section 15, the functions of the registrar. Madam Speaker, Section 18 of the Act also provides how the address is supposed to be allocated by the same committee. Madam Speaker, Part 4 or 5 of the bill establishes the County Addressing System Committee because this has to be cascaded down to the county level. Madam Speaker, there is establishment of every county, a County Addressing System Committee, where the committee shall consist of the County Executive Committee member responsible for the communication, urban development, roads, and planning, who shall be the chairperson of the committee, then followed by the County Public Service Officer with knowledge in information and communication, and the rest is followed actually, Madam Speaker, in the bill. Then Section 41 of the bill provides for the term of office of a member of the committee. Section 22 of the bill provides for the functions of the committee on how they should operate and the powers they have. 23 provides for the committee, the meeting of the committee, how it should be run. Madam Speaker, then procedures for naming county streets and public places, Section 25, that is part 6 of the bill. Madam Speaker, guidelines for naming the county streets and public places is also provided for under Section 27 of the bill. Madam Speaker, Section 29 of the bill provides for the procedure for renaming a county street or public places. Whenever there is actually a petition against a particular decision that has been made by the committee, there are procedures that needs to be followed as far as renaming of the street is concerned in our country. Then 30 provides any developer who intends to create a private development shall submit a proposal. So whenever you want to actually submit a private development, you must actually provide a proposal to the committee that needs to look into it and provide proper guidelines on how that procedure should be followed. Part 7 is numbering of streets and properties. All properties to be numbered. So once this bill is ascended to and been put in operation, Madam Speaker, all the properties in the counties should be actually numbered, and that has to be kept by the registrar. Then Section 32 of the Land Registration Unit establishes under Section 6 and Land Registration Act shall advise on registration units to be advised on number 3 of 2012, Madam Speaker. Then Part 8 provides for miscellaneous provision of the Act, which provides for the county addressing plan. Then the titling also has to be aligned actually to the properties that are supposed to be given the numbers as per Section 34 is concerned. Intergovernmental consultation meetings must be held for the purpose of this particular bill, Madam Speaker. Then Section 37, the Cabinet Secretary in consultation with the Council of Governors and the authority shall establish regulation for the purpose of operationalization of this particular bill. Madam Speaker, if you look at the schedule procedures relating to the meeting of the council and the committees is also provided for within the Act as per Section 8 and Section 23 of the bill. I think, Madam Speaker, this is basically a very important bill because it helps in so many ways as far as planning is concerned, as far as service delivery is concerned, revenue collection is concerned, security is concerned, because sometimes you will find that whenever somebody has committed a crime, they disappear and nobody knows their whereabouts. But if we have this bill and residential areas are numbered as far as this bill is concerned, it will help in so many ways in our country to bring sanity to our service delivery and also other procedures are concerned. With those many points, Madam Speaker, I wish to stop here and request Senator Cherargei to second the bill. I thank you.
Senator Cherargei.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think the distinguished senator of Isiolo and ranking member of the Senate. I think she's among the few who have served longest in this Senate. And she's among the only, if I'm right in this session, among the only 3 women who got elected as the senators. And I think that Senator Dulu has proven, and also, as I second, Madam Speaker, Senator Dulu has proven that if you are nominated and you work hard, you can be elected. So it's a challenge to colleagues who want to get elected. You should get some lessons from Senator Dulu, who is the incoming governor of Isiolo County.
Difference, of course, will be who they face as Jureko tries to find the consolation for Kenya, and instead can only find the side netting. Well, she had a chance in the first half, and she was in behind here and a little bit unlucky with the bounce, because nice control. And it didn't fall as far forward as it looks as though it might have done, almost as if it had a touch of backspin on it. Just held up, which meant it was a bit closer to her body than she'd have wanted it to be.
Pata makao na boma yangu.
Mrabet, another chance. Aji with another chance. The mind games. Yasmin Mrabet of Valencia. Mrabet, she has the second one saved as well. Oh, come on. Extraordinary scenes. Aji Ndiaye is a national hero for Senegal. There she is, totally deserved. The Total Energies woman of the match, no one else but Aji Ndiaye, the goalkeeper of Senegal. And that was a wow performance.
Get ready for a captivating continental football extravaganza. KBC Channel 1 brings you exclusive coverage of the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, WAFCON. From Sunday the 26th of July to Sunday the 16th of August 2026, welcome to Morocco! Morocco is the battleground as Nigeria defend their title against 15 other nations fighting to lift the prestigious trophy. Who will be crowned Queens of African Football? Courtesy of the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, watch all the action and rally on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
The vibe getting
feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they buying it, ready to go on the club.
Halo, halo, nimekuja na tangazo.
Hapo tu. Rap, 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 staki kusikia. Hii ni moto. This is how we do it, yeah, and yeah, we do it like that. Zaki moto. Do. This party is Zaki moto.
Moto pekenya, chameni kamata. Unaua mzemeti, toto livonga, pogna mati. Baby natamani, nikubite kama kiki. Sorry niko too straightforward. Sinaga time ya kusleki. Surely only you need a hoa. Sinaga time ya kusleki. Kukuona ni kama komedi. Napopona usiku lazima mechi. Wakihead kwangu ni kama komedi. Kukuacha ngumu kama mzinga kivuli. Karibu hamna ukigam. Add a little liquor to your ginger. Leo stingo ni deadly. Utadhani mimi ninja leo sitaki ujinga. Surely tukutane 8 p.m. To drive around in a BM. To land home like it to 9 p.m. To pige cinema mpaka 11 p.m. Shuri wa kule hapo kwa DM. Shuri BM. Shuri BM. Shuri. Ilibidi nisepe mana tatizo wewe uridhiki udirikula tamu usinone mshamba mapenzi kwa ya mapenzi ukwacha siwezi kwako mini na mwaga dola kiuno chako kina nikomoa na kiutani ukingusa hani mala fly kwako mini na mwaga dola kiuno chako kina nikomoa karibu na ukikam adalitoleka tu ya jinja leo stigo ni dedi utadhani mimi ninja vile naipiga shoni tukutane 8 p.m. To drive around in a BM. To land home like it to 9 p.m. To pige cinema mpaka 11 p.m. Shuri wa kule hapo kwa DM. Shuri BM. Shuri BM. Shuri